Hello guys, welcome back to Super Hang On Sunday. Senior stage, of course, senior stage. Let's carry on with things. How are we doing this weekend? Well, still in agonising pain for me, unfortunately. my back is still in massive amounts of pain, so... Oh balls. Oh dear God. I tried it. That's like the most basic straight move I have to do at the start of every race, where you have to kind of cut between the middle of those guys. Screwed it up. Although in the scheme of things, when you consider how many times I've had to do that and how many times I've done it perfectly, it's okay. I can handle one mistake there. However, that kind of balls us up our whole run potentially, so let's see how we go. However, let's not forget that I always remember the fact that the race where I actually completed the previous stage, which was seems like a million years ago now, when we actually did that, I did have some crashes and still we managed to complete, so it's not impossible, just makes it so much more difficult. Anyway, so what else this week? Well, Broken Sword 5, you know, I have said for so long, Tomb Raider, I just never seem to find the day. Like, I want to do it, but I just never seem to find the day, and I am going to do it, because it'll be like some of the other games that like Riven, where I sort of for ages go, I'll do it, and eventually I'll do it, because I hate leaving things unfinished. It's a bane of mine. However, I saw literally this week Broken Sword 5, and I was like, yes. Broken Sword is like a super amazing game, and I've always loved them. It's just one of the most enjoyable games when you play it. It's a style. Funnily, I think I seem to remember saying on one of these videos, or at least on Twitter or something a while back, that I wish they would make like more games in the style. It was definitely on this. So I said I asked for suggestions of games similar to Broken Sword. Now they have Broken Sword 5 out. So I wanted to live stream. When was it? Like 2 days ago? Yeah. It's like not last night, but the night before. I wanted to live stream that and do like a load of that game. What happened? Well, oh crap. What happened? I won't bore you with the details, but the long story short, my when I was at work, my commute back home again, the train service was just utterly broken. This is no surprise, because my train service that I use is generally complete. It's rated as one of the worst in the UK. They are a terrible company, and just to avoid myself being libelled, I won't say who. But regardless, they are shocking. Anyway, so I've been ranting about that for days now, by the way. Oh crap. But essentially what happened was, because of that, it took me a massively longer period of time to come home, and I was so exhausted from the trauma of trying... It's trauma, it's nothing, is it? By the time I got back again, I was just like, I'm going to eat and go to bed. I don't want to play, I don't want to do anything, because they kind of ruined my whole night, which was just annoying. So that's why that didn't happen, and I feel bad because I posted a video going, I'm going to do this, and then I didn't do it. And it sucks, because I really hate that. I really hate saying that I will do something and then not doing it. Tomb Raider. So, but anyway, Broken Sword. So, I've got a couple of things to do, like today, tomorrow. I expect Broken Sword's probably going to come Monday night now. That seems to, I'm thinking through things that I have to do, and that seems to me the likely day. So, if you want to see me play Broken Sword 5, and I will probably do several hours, it's not going to be like a little hop-on, hop-off deal. I'll probably do several hours to create plenty of content to go up on here, then that's going to happen. Civ is, I've got a great game of Civ saved, ready to go. I often, as I say, play Civ just for myself whilst I'm doing other things, because that's one of the best things about Civ, is that because it's like a turn-based game, you can play a bit, and then you can still be doing other stuff around the house, and then you can come back and you can play a couple of turns, and then you just leave it, and then you come back, and so it's really good for that, because it's not real time, or I don't know, can you play it real time? You probably can. I don't know. Most turn-based games, you can usually enable some feature that allows you to do it not, so it's just live, but I doubt maybe if you can, because it's never been like that. Anyway, regardless, so it's really fun for that. You can be doing other stuff around. And look at this, getting to beach. This is too optimistic. Only 5 seconds on the clock. That's no good. Yeah, that's why I enjoy it. So I started around, and it was the Egyptian Empire. And as I spawned in, it was like copper. Oh, I saw that coming. As I spawned in around me, there was like resources. It's like sheep, copper, gems, and I was like, damn, that's like some amazing resources to get on your home city in turn 1, so I saved that game at that point, ready to do like a full playthrough. So also I've had a little bit more experience with the game now. I've managed to complete it one time, and oh look at this, see how much that screwed us? It's so annoying, that one little, look, we're pretty close to there. If I hadn't had that stupid crash, we'd have got on through. Never mind, next one. So I saved up that game, so it's ready to go. I'll tell you something I haven't played for a while, War Thunder. I want to get back on that, I keep thinking about it. Funnily, the reason I keep thinking about War Thunder is because the stupid World of Warplanes, or whatever it is. Why would you play that? You know, I don't get this whole World of Tanks deal. I think the World of Tanks thing, you know, I think the main reason that game did well was novelty. I think the reason that game did really good was the novelty factor of like, ooh, we can play tanks. And, you know, and people love playing it. It's like tanks and snipers. There's two things people really love, it's tanks and snipers. People love to play snipers because they're like, yeah, I'm an elite soldier out on the edge of the oh, I've been hit by an RPG. People who play sniper constantly, and I don't mean people that play like quickscope, aggressive recon. I love that term as well, aggressive recon. You're not an aggressive recon, you're just a soldier who happens to have a rifle. Anyway, also the other thing as well is like I always find it's quite funny. People that play aggressive recon, or they say aggressive recon, they don't play aggressive recon. What they play is aggressive sniper, or aggressive. No, not even that. Like aggressive high-powered rifle user. Because if they were an aggressive recon, what they would be doing is they would be moving forward, like dropping sensor movements and things like this and all this kind of stuff. And what they would be doing is reconning, you know, providing reconnaissance for their team. Reconning, I meant to say. I wasn't going to correct myself, I should have said reconning. Is that even a word? I don't know. Okay, anyway, regardless. The point is they should be doing more in terms of... I tried to go on the outside, those guys, because I wasn't going to make it on the inside. And as I came up over the hill, threw me out. Threw myself out. Anyway, so the point of it is that basically they tend to sort of, they call it aggressive recon, and it sounds like you're kind of playing that class, but actually you're just like racking for the kills in a certain style. I'm sure some people play in that style, but generally it's a bit of a misnomer. So anyway, why was I talking about aggressive recon? Totally lost my train of thought now, this really sucks. Why was I talking about this now? I really want to remember. And I can't pause this because I'm doing it live, which makes it worse. Because if this was a set commentary, I could stop the video and think about it and then come back, but I can't because it's live, so I have to just keep going and not remember what I said. This is going to be annoying for you guys because you will be able to remember what I was talking about before, but I can't unless I rewind time somehow, and I don't have the ability to do that yet at this point. Anyway, I can't remember. I was talking about Battlefield and I don't know why. Oh no, this is good. This will give me some time to think. Recon and stuff. I don't know. I can't remember. Let's move on to a different topic. Okay. So this channel, I know always got to talk about this channel every week. Oh my god, this is going out of control. Always got to talk about this channel every week. So with Civ and stuff, as I say, it's kind of ongoing. SimCity, I tried to post one up, I haven't for a while. I think the general kind of theme of today is apologising. I know for a fact that I haven't posted so much content this week, or the week before even. It's just that I've had like... I've been very, very worn down, and I've mentioned it multiple times, but it's my back. My back injury is really kind of dogging me a bit at the moment. It continues to just be kind of this general frustration for me, which is... it just impacts on everything. So I'm tired, and even though it doesn't take very much, I have like multiple videos. This is going to annoy you. I have multiple videos uploaded on this channel, and I just haven't made them live, and it's because you're distracted by the stuff, and you're like, oh no, and you just don't think of it. So it sucks. I'm crap. I deserve like a berating for this. Dislike this video, guys. You should punish me for my shortcomings. And no, don't do that. Anyway, I've been watching a lot of the tech with Logan, Tech Syndicate. I'm not going to make it through the desert. It's because I'm rambling and just doing crap stuff. Round 3, let's get it on. Come on, round 3. Anyway, off the back of that, I've been looking at this new microphone, and I'm very, very interested. It looks very technical, and a lot of mics you kind of just plug in and go. and this thing looks a little bit more technical, so I kind of want to research it a little bit. I've been trying to research it, but as ever, when you try to research stuff on YouTube, it's people unboxing with poor audio going, this is the thing, and here's my setup really specifically, and I used to use this mic, and then I specifically use only this cable, and so I'm only going to tell you about this cable, and I'm going to explain it in a really bad way. And you're like, oh, okay, this is extremely helpful. What you want is what I always want. I want to know, you know, what can it do, what are the settings, what will it work with, etc, etc. So when I get, well, hopefully when I get this mic, if I decide it's worth it, I will do that kind of breakdown, because I can't find one. It's really annoying. It's called the Roland RT6. Feel free to look it up. That's what Logan uses on Tech, and it's a really excellent mic, it seems to be. He did a little audio test, which I will actually link below, so go check the audio test that he did to give an example of how it sounds. There's a few things that I'm not sure about. I'm not entirely sure how it records in terms of files. I'm not entirely sure. It has like various ways of plugging in the audio through different cables, so you can attach it and record to different devices in different ways. And what I am curious about is, for example, if I use the mic cable to go straight to my camera, because I want to use this thing for doing vlogs and stuff. I want to do more vlogs, but the reason I generally don't do vlogs is because trying to find a mic or something that will actually enable you to do a decent vlog and not sound like you're in the back of like a theater with loads of space and you're like tinny and just sounds terrible. When you guys have seen some of my vlogs before, they're not always the greatest audio. That kind of thing really bugs me, because I like to produce stuff that just sounds good and looks good and is professional as I can do it, and I hate having sort of lack of audio. Now when I'm doing a video like this, it's no problem because I can use my Yeti. It's just plugged in straight in front of me. It sounds good, okay? But for something like a vlog, my Yeti doesn't capture any decent range, okay? It doesn't capture more than like a foot away with any kind of... It's still decent. It's like it doesn't sound bad. It just doesn't sound deep or rich or as good, okay? So I want to get a mic that can provide that kind of quality. The trouble is only professional mics generally will do that. And even a lot of professional mics you have to be pretty close to. You can't... The trouble is with a lot of microphones, if they're further away from your voice, you have to imagine the sound travels further to reach the mic, and so the microphone has to work to pick up that sound. In the process, it also will then pick up sound in the room, because that's what it's doing, you see. So it's very tricky to get a mic which is very good. Directional microphones will do this, but again, directional microphones, depending on the one that you get, the quality and the price range, etc, etc, etc. Directional mics are kind of like you'll point it at the point of speaking. So for example, like, oh crap, I could feel that. If you have a directional mic, so this might be a bit technical for some people, but a directional mic is essentially just that you point it as it sounds, and that's where it comes from. 213 there, that's not too bad. Anyway, so the long and short of it is I want one that will sound good and work with what I want to. Oh, what the crap. I'm not thinking straight, I'm getting distracted by myself. Enjoying this one today, guys? You enjoy my... I'm sorry. We'll get to beach on this one, I'm sure. Sure. So anyway, this Roland RT6 seems like a really good thing. But as I say, I'm just curious that because you can attach like different cables in some ways, that's the kind of thing that I can imagine makes, well, and it does with stuff, make a massive difference to audio quality. So I'm very curious to see whether just attaching the mic cable is good enough to produce the kind of quality that I want to produce. I know that you can also hook it up USB, I think, which is which is really another good thing, because I want to be able to use this thing for recording to the computer as well. My Yeti, I don't know what I would do, backup mic I guess. I still have my Blue Snowball, which was my first mic I used. It's good, it works well. It just has no range, so you have to sit with it right there in front of your mouth to get the Snowball to produce quality. But that's good enough if you're just sitting doing desktop work. I kept my Snowball because it's a backup. You know, I always like having a backup for things, because you never know. Get through that checkpoint. Yeah, there we go. Oh gee. Oh, come on, man. Oh no! Come on! Are you kidding me? Oh dear. Well, that's this run out the window. It's not going to happen now. Thanks very much, bikers. I like to have backups, so I got my Snowball, so if my Yeti fails, I can still make videos. So if I get this Roland and it does what I want it to do, I'll probably sell my Snowball. Well, they're not expensive, they're like £40, so I'll sell it for like 20 or something. Whatever. Wash out. And then obviously I would keep the Yeti for the backup. What a load of balls. I'm doing another run. I don't care. Whatever. It feels like a 4-run day, you know. Off we go. I'm going to release another video today after this, so be sure to check it out. I'm going to release a Pac-Man vid after this. I've had it there. I recorded it the other night. It's super fun. The end is like insane. I do these videos for Pac-Man Ultimate Championship, is it? And that's on the PlayStation. But it's only a 5-minute round. Always. I just see how well I can do in it. And some of the others have been awesome fun. This one is no exception. The end is like the most stressful, exciting thing you've ever seen. It's really good. So check that up, guys. I'm probably going to post it very shortly after this video goes live. So be sure to check that out. You're thinking, Luetin, you say this, and then like usual, you won't post. No, I will post it. I'm very, very, very aware of the fact that like a couple of games I've sort of started and not completed. I'm making a strong effort, like I say, to complete things, because I don't want to get labelled as like the person who says they're going to do this and then never does it, because that's really, I don't want that at all. So that's why Riven, you know, which is so close to completion now, although hilariously it's supposed to go out on Sundays and I can't do it today because I've got family around this weekend, so I can't actually record tonight, which is fine, you know, I'm seeing family, I can't complain about that. Yeah, you're not allowed to. It's so anyway, I can't do Riven tonight because it's those episodes are kind of they're very narrative, and I often take a bit of time to sort of set up, sort of think about what it is I have to do in those episodes, and then get them done. So Riven will probably come Monday, which is fine because I'm not going to leave it a week. I'm going to do it. Also, for example, Doom. This is another thing. I was supposed to be doing Doom every Friday, and then what happened? Well, I started doing Squad Up, so I'd done like a couple of Squad Ups, so I couldn't do Doom on the same day, and then it was like. And then oh, I've got to mention it yet again. My back. My back. So that came in, and then that had an impact. So it's like, oh damn it, you know, I haven't produced these episodes again. It's just like non-stop, you know. I think I need to really be super strict with myself. This is not the first time I've said this before. I need to actually draw a line for myself and say, okay, enough. Stop trying to do too much, because I'm really bad for it. Really bad. I get so in it, or I need to do like one shots. You know, I need to do like Manga Mink says, one shots. I need to do like some consistent things, and then if I want to play a different game, just do it as like a 1-episode thing. You know, so don't do like an LP. Just do like a hey, look, this happened in this experience whilst I was playing. That's the way to do it, I think. The trouble is, like a narrative game doesn't really work that way. So it's hit and miss. It's hit and miss. The half the problem is like my own. This isn't actually just kind of my own randomness. This is my actual style of gameplay. I mean, I'd be curious actually to hear how some of your gameplay styles vary. Are you the kind of player who will jump between different games, or will you like finish one game? I mean, I'm always amazed when people will be like, oh yeah, I picked up this game and I finished it in like 3 days. What? That's crazy. Like, I never do that. I pick up a game and I play it for a bit, and I'll play like a couple of hours, and then I'll play another game for a couple of hours, and I come back to it and blah blah blah. And that's generally how I do it. Oh crap. I knew that was going to happen. I generally sort of jump between things, and it suits me. I enjoy it because it means I don't get bored. Like if I play one game, sometimes I can get bored, or it's not just about that. I think with me, I like to make things last. You know, this is actually very funny. Actually, little personal thing for you guys. When I was a kid, I always used to, when we had dessert after food or whatever, I would always insist that I ate my dessert with a teaspoon. Rather than a dessert spoon. The reason being, if you eat it with a teaspoon, it will last longer. So that was my thing. And this is kind of like with games. Like I don't like to I don't like to. I don't even care about my racing today, do I? Like we're doing okay here. I'm just like not. It doesn't have my full attention. I like to jump around between games because that way they last longer. You know, so if I play it for a bit, and then I take a few days off, and I come back, so that's probably my main reason why I jump between games. However, that doesn't necessarily work for YouTube, but it's this habit I've had for like 10 years, so it's really hard for me to break out of it, you know. I need to kind of really be strict and sort of put myself, you know, I don't know what would be the word. I just need to really sort of put the line on myself and say no, do this, and that's really how I have to go about it, I think. But you know, it's overall. I think that's why as well for this channel I've been leaning more towards these things like these kind of constructing games, because those kind of things you can kind of go in and out, you can kind of do it. I'll tell you one thing that has helped me a lot though is Twitch, because Twitch is great because I can kind of do the live stream stuff. I'm not going to get through this checkpoint. This day was crap. We didn't even get to Orange Nuclear Zone. Still, we've had a chat episode. But yeah, overall that's why. But it is something I want to change. If you guys have any suggestions about ways that I could be more productive in terms of completing things and therefore making them more series, sort of episodic for the channels, that would be really good. My main channel, not so much, it doesn't matter, but this channel, really, it does matter. I'd be interested to hear what you guys think I should do. If I should just literally just do one game, run through, complete it, or have like 2 on the go. Let me know your thoughts below. Thanks for watching, guys. Super Hang on Sunday. I'll see you next time, next week.